What's up, guys? Welcome to Fantasy Rush. We're here going
Another
into
week.
Week 10.
Yep, going into week 10.
Hit a great week for fantasy football as far as I'm concerned. I won in a lot of my leagues.
I won in a lot of my leagues too, but I'm in 9, so I mean, I think I won 7 out of the 9.
I just successfully traded a waiver wire pickup of James Starks for Eddie Lacy. I'm gonna sit on him and going into the playoffs. But we're gonna get to all that stuff and more coming up here. But this week
on Fantasy Rush on LATV,
we have a lot of replacement players that actually stepped up to the plate and did their best at filling the shoes of their counterparts.
Yeah.
D'Angelo Williams picking up pretty much where he left off at the end of week 2 before Le'Veon Bell came back. He put up some big numbers this week. Standard leagues, PPR leagues, any way you slice it.
We told everybody last week he's the number 1 pickup. He was the leading rusher in the NFL or leading fantasy player in the NFL the first 2 weeks while Le'Veon Bell was suspended. So now that he's out for the year, I mean, D'Angelo Williams is a must-start from here on. From here on out.
Just across the board. No matter who he's playing, start him. And he shows why. I mean, 3 games as a resume of 20-plus points, 100 or more yards rushing.
Well, even the game he replaced Le'Veon Bell with, he was very good. I think he had over 100 total scrimmage yards. So he's definitely a great pickup.
Jeremy Langford, he started out a little bit slow last night, but at the end of the night...
And he had that beautiful catch, 33 yards or whatever. He, extended. I mean, I think that's kind of what got him going. After that, he was beasting.
Yeah. No, he played great. Stevie Johnson, he had some good catches. Not a whole lot of targets. Not as many as we were expecting. But, he made the most out of them.
Yeah.
And with Malcolm Floyd going down, he messed up his shoulder. I can't remember exactly what he tore inside of his shoulder.
Yeah.
But they're saying that he might be out for the rest of the year. And at 34, I am on the verge of speculating that's it. Done for
retirement.
Career. Yeah. I mean, he was already talking about it at the beginning of the year, but... Then again, Steve Smith was the same way. Steve Smith hasn't officially come out
First
and
of
said...
all, I'm going to stop you right there. Malcolm Floyd is nowhere near Steve Smith's level.
But, I mean, these guys are competitive. They're athletes. They don't want to go out, being carted off the field, and that's how their season's going to end.
Let's get back to Stevie Johnson for a minute.
I mean...
He was a bit of a disappointment.
He was a very much disappointment.
Okay. He helped me win against him in one of my leagues. He got me just enough, but he was a bit of a disappointment. I think Mike and I feel the same way. He's still a start.
Yeah,
going
forward, definitely a start.
Like he just said, they lost Malcolm Floyd. They lost Keenan Allen. They're down hurt. To guys that they're gonna start asking fans, "Hey, you guys want to try out for a receiver?" Because they went into that game with 3 receivers on the roster.
Yeah,
they lost 1.
Yeah.
So now they have.
Well, Inman, he came in and kind of caught a couple passes, but a lot of the times we saw what San Diego's capable of doing. They'd start Danny Woodhead in the backfield. Melvin Gordon didn't play a whole lot last night because they could be sneaky. Start Danny Woodhead back, drop him over into the slot, and he played a lot.
That's another guy we can add to our little rundown. Danny Woodhead as a replacement player because he is balling this year.
Yeah, I mean he's owned in almost every single league that I've seen,
especially PPR leagues.
But next year, I usually have him farther down my draft board. But next year,
well, he's always he's always a great value. I mean, coming out late draft picks.
Yeah.
Johnny Manziel.
You like Johnny Manziel?
It's not that I like Johnny Manziel. It's just he is a bit intriguing, but he's not very good as far as fantasy is concerned.
No, I mean he threw up that garbage floater there at the end of the game, and
well, it's not only that. The reason why even I was talking to Mike before, I even want to talk about Johnny Manziel is because of the value. He hurts the value of Travis Benjamin and the Barnyard Dog.
Yeah.
Gary Barnidge. So hopefully his replacement reign is over, and Luke McCown could come back this week and start. If he does, then that's great for us fantasy owners that have Travis Benjamin or Gary Barnidge. Landry Jones is another guy who was a replacement player who will actually get a chance to start probably a couple of games. He's definitely going to start this week with Big Ben going down.
And I read somewhere that Big Ben doesn't want to rule himself out of playing this week against Cleveland.
He's not playing.
I'm not holding out hope.
He's not playing.
I'm not holding out hope, but I am. I went, and for me, over Landry Jones, I mean, Landry Jones is going to play, but Steve made a great point today when I was trying to figure out how to cover Big Ben going down. Kirk Cousins. I mean, a guy that is available.
Not because he's Kirk Cousins
week.
And you're excited about it.
No.
Because they're playing
the Saints.
The Saints.
And the last couple of weeks, every quarterback that has played the Saints has put up some fantastic numbers.
I think I know for sure the last 2 weeks, but I think the last 3 weeks they've had a quarterback that had over 30 fantasy points.
I mean, he's worth a chance for me. He's going to get at least 15 to 20. So I picked up Kirk Cousins. I would recommend it to you if you can do it as well. Take the chance with me. Let's do this dance together. Carlos Williams, man, he gets like no touches and he runs all over that field. Fantastic athlete. It's just amazing.
He literally gets 30-40% of the touches that LaShawn McCoy, and LaShawn McCoy is great. He's been great this year when he's healthy, but he gets 30 or 40% less of the less touches. And all he does is score touchdowns and get fantasy points. So every single game that he's actually played in and finished, he's at over double-digit fantasy points.
And, Rex Ryan has a beautiful problem to have. Do you go with a stud or do you go with this guy?
LaShawn McCoy's hurt. He may or may not play. He's probably going to play. So, But Carlos Williams still has a flex appeal.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, even if LaShawn McCoy plays, he's still a flex start.
James Starks, worth picking up with Eddie Lacy struggling.
I know that hurts him because he has Eddie Lacy in a couple of leagues.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm still not done giving up hope on him. And like I said, I just picked up James Starks, and I traded him for Eddie Lacy.
Yeah.
So the guy that had him is done holding out hope. He's ready to move on. He thinks the Packers are ready to move on. He's banking on that. I'm banking that they're not. So heading into the playoffs this week, Eddie Lacy's got Detroit. In Green Bay.
Well, he's a little banged up, so he just said what he would do with Eddie Lacy. Basically, he's trading for him.
Yep.
He traded James Starks, who was a waiver wire pickup for you. I say the same thing, although don't give up. I mean, don't give up too much. Don't give up even. Honestly, I wouldn't even give up Carlos Williams at this point.
No.
DeAngelo Williams, absolutely not. None of the top guys. If you're going to give up your fourth running back or a waiver wire pickup,
Carlos Hyde, maybe.
If you can actually afford to sit and wait for Lacy, because he does have great playoff matchups, like you said. Another guy who the news broke out today, Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
Man, that was a big surprise. I actually traded for him in one of our leagues, and I was excited about it recently. And I traded for him early in the season in another league, and I guess after the game,
he
was
kept getting
some soreness. He got a ruptured or a tear in his abdominal and a lacerated spleen.
Kidneys.
Was it kidney, spleen, one of the two? It's bad.
Something bad.
So, I mean, he's going to be out 2 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So, what do you do with Andrew Luck? I mean, if it were me, if I had another quarterback that's a definitely top 10 guy, like Tyrod Taylor or even Blake Bortles, then I hold on to Andrew Luck because he has probably the best playoff matchup. I mean, I think we've talked about it in the show. I know I've talked to him about it.
Yep.
Probably the best playoff matchups if he can come back.
Yep.
If he's out the full 6 weeks, I mean, it's not going to help you. So
yeah,
I would wait on him. Try to trade for him, but again, don't trade anybody that's worth starting on your team right now because he may not even play at all the rest of the season.
Matt Forte is another great example. He's out a couple of weeks. Jeremy Langford stepped in. I don't feel that Matt Forte is in any risk of losing his
Absolutely
job.
Not.
Hang
Absolutely
on to him.
Not.
Wait another
Hang on
week
to
or
him,
two.
Or if you can, trade for him. Actually, I haven't told Mike yet. I just traded for Matt Forte.
Breaking news.
In one of my leagues. I sent out a trade, and I think I sent Doug Martin and Devontae Adams.
It is coming in. You did get Matt Forte.
I just got Matt Forte, and I'm excited. I have Jeremy Langford, so I actually can wait till he comes back. Trust me, Matt Forte will not lose any snaps to Jeremy Langford. Do not worry about that when he comes back.
Big Ben, we already talked about him. Landry Jones is taking over. I like Kirk Cousins this week. I don't think Big Ben's going to miss any more than, this week because they have a bye coming up. Week. So, if you can wait a week,
hold on to him. Somebody drops him, pick him up. If you can afford to,
Yep.
hold him for a couple weeks.
LeSean McCoy, he's starting to come around. He's getting comfortable.
Yeah, and we talked about Carlos Williams. I mean, LeSean McCoy is still a starter.
That's a damaging two-back set.
He's not losing touches to Carlos Williams. Carlos Williams is just doing great with his opportunities. So definitely hold on to LeSean McCoy. Deshaun Jackson, somebody that I liked last week to pick up. He did not like him at all. Now, yes, he was disappointing. However, I still say you hold on to him. I mean, there's a chance. The thing with him is if you have a bye week and you need a filler, he's a high ceiling. Yes, he does have a very low floor. I think he had 1.5 points, but he got 6 targets. First game back from a hamstring injury. Yeah, first game of the year, actually, because with those he only played 1 quarter the first game. So I say hold on to him. Anyway, Mike says get rid of him. So
yeah, and 2 guys that I think you should pass on this week. Wes Welker got signed by the St. Louis Rams. Pass on him. He's a short, little sneaky guy. Nick Foles.
Man, what do you got against short guys?
Nick Foles struggles against making those short little check down passes. He's a mid to long field, stretching the field out.
And that offense is Todd Gurley and Todd Gurley only. So.
And it's run heavy. It's very run heavy. And then Cole Beasley blew up this week. Right now,
it's not going to happen again.
The Dallas Cowboys are trying to do anything and everything that they can to win. And if they find somebody who's hot and who's catching the ball and moving the chains, that's who they're going with. And Cole Beasley was that guy this week. But once Tony Romo comes back, it's going to be Tony and Dez. It's going to be the Tony Dez show.
Yeah, Cole Beasley did the same thing last year. He had one really big game and then nothing.
So don't get excited about any of that stuff. But moving back, we want to mention our contest again real quick. No Shave November.
By the way,
we're growing.
I'm actually No Shave in November. I don't know what this guy's doing. He kind of touched it up. I think No Shave November is actually no shave, no products. I'm calling him out because I was a little surprised when I saw him this morning. I'm like, what's going on, man? You explain yourself.
This week is my anniversary. We're going out of town. A nice romantic weekend.
This guy.
My wife guilted me. Sorry, babe, I got to throw you under the bus. She guilted me. I had to touch it up and make it look good. I can't go to wineries and fancy dinners looking like a homeless man that she picked up just down the street. So
you know what? It's called dedication, Mike.
It was a little touch there and
a little touch there, a little touch there. Hey, look.
Come on.
I'm dedicated to the cause. I'm just saying, right here. Look at it. Look at it. I'm also going on dates and I'm going out and having fun with friends. Hey, you know what? Sometimes you just have to bite the bullet. But hey, I'm not fighting his wife, so I'm not the one there. But.
So, like we said last week, No Shave November. Go to www.noshave.org. Address is right down here. Get involved. Grow your beard.
Don't forget the contest. We're giving away a $25 gift card.
Tweet us your beard pics. Tweet us your befores or your growing progress. Let's go. Let's do this.
Just don't look at his photos because, he's already ruining it.
So don't forget about that. It's for a very important cause, cancer research. Everyone knows somebody who is dealing with or has dealt with cancer and has had that fight.
So with that said, I think it's time for
Start That Fool.
All right, so Mike, this week you have Jeremy Maclin at Denver.
Sit that fool. Denver's D, too much.
Come on, man. It's Jeremy Maclin. All right, yeah, I agree. Sit that fool. Sammy Watkins coming off that huge game against Revis Island. The Jets.
I think it's going to be a shootout in, Rex Ryan coming back to the Jets. But I say start that fool.
Wow, that's kind of bold, man. All right. Jeremy Langford coming off a big game against the Chargers at St. Louis.
If he plays, start that fool. He is going to be catching passes out of the backfield and the primary running back. So
yeah, I agree. Start that fool. John Brown at Seattle coming off the bye week. Come on, man.
Sit him. Run away from that matchup. Sit him.
Yeah, that's a very tough matchup. Plus, Michael Flory's probably taking up some snaps there too. So Oh, your boy Eddie Lacy.
Bounce back
versus
week.
Detroit.
Bounce back
What?
week. Yes, I'm sorry. Sorry. Bounce back week. He's going to run all over Detroit, I think, this week.
Man, that's a bold statement after having negative points. All right. I like the boldness, though. Sharkandrick West coming off the bye week at Denver.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. That's going to be so close. But start that fool.
Wow. Start that fool. At Denver?
Mm-hmm.
Man, all right. You heard the man. Willie Snead at Washington.
Start that fool. That's
Start that
gonna be a huge matchup
Drew
for him.
Brees. I mean, he's on fire right now.
Yeah.
So yeah. Shane Vereen versus New England against his former team.
I know, a former team. This is a
At
revenge.
home.
This is a revenge game at New York.
Yeah.
But versus New England. No.
Okay.
They know all his tricks. New England's had him for a while. So sit that fool.
Sit that fool. All right. C.J. Anderson at home against KC.
Sit him.
No, you don't like that, huh?
Mm-mm.
Even with Ronnie Hillman possibly nursing an injury, no?
No.
Oh, Mike says sit him.
I think Ronnie Hillman is still going to go, even if he doesn't. And C.J. Anderson gets the start. Look what C.J. Anderson did with his starts. Nothing.
Well, he did do better than Ronnie Hillman. Ronnie Hillman, I think, had negative points last week. Just saying.
I'm just saying, sit that fool.
I'm just saying because I have him in a couple leagues, but
all right, guys, that's everything for this week. Hopefully, you had fun, and hopefully, you can take this information and get a W.
Yeah, don't forget about the No Shave November. Make sure you follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Fantasy Rush LATV. Send us your emails if you want to talk about. Call him out too on his No Shave November thing. FantasyRush@LATV.com. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. You're already watching. Just go ahead and subscribe. Check out other LATV's videos as well. They're very interesting. And until next time, I'm Steve.
And I'm Mike.
See
Have
ya.
a good one, guys.